Now let's discuss the next part of derivatives, that is parametric equations. In derivatives, normally we have studied that y is a function of x, right? But what happened when there are two variables? Let's say two variables, that is x and y, both are functions of third variable. Okay? Both are functions of third variable. Let's say t. So this t is known as parameter. This t is known as parameter. Then the equations which we form with these x and y and t, they are known as parametric equations. So how I will write these things, that x is a function of t, and on other side y is also a function of t. So then these two equations, they are known as parametric equations. Okay, so now when we have to solve such kind of problems, means if x is a function of t and y is also a function of t, in that case, how we able to find the derivative, that is d by dx of y variable is equals to dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So how I will write this? This is equals to dy by dt multiply by dt by dx. So ultimately, if we cut dt, it will give me the same result. Okay. So now let's take the sum questions so that the concept of parametric equations can be cleared. So let's take our first question, in which it is given that find dy by dx if x is equals to 2 at cube and y is equals to bt square. Okay, so how we will able to solve this, that if x is given and value of y is given, so x is equals to 2at cube. So if I will apply derivative here, so I will get dx divided by dt. Okay, because earlier it was y is equals to x, so we will write d upon dx is a function of y. So here if it is x on left hand side, we will write d upon dt into function of x, and this is equals to d upon dx 2at cube. So this will give me dx upon dt is equals to 6at square. Fine. And if y is equals to bt square, it is given. So in this case, dy by dt is equals to d by dt bt square. This gives me 2bt. Fine. And what is my formula of dy by dx if I have to find the value? So dy by dx is equals to dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So this gives me the value of dy by dt is 2bt divided by dx by dt is 680 square. Okay, I solve it further, then 2 and 6 can be cancelled, and t and t square. With this, we will able to write. It gives me b divided by 380, right? So this is my answer. Clear? So let's take one more question to clarify the concept. Like if it is given that x is equals to log of t and y is equals to t into e bar t, right? And we have to find out dy by dx. So in this case, x is equals to log of t. I will take dx by dt equals to d by dt of log t, right? Earlier, if you remember, what is the value of log x, if we take derivative of this, it is d by dx of log x. So it gives me 1 by x. So here I have d by dt of log t. So obviously it will give me 1 by t. So my derivative here is 1 by t. In the same way, y is equals to t into e power t, right? So here we will apply product rule. What is product rule? If you remember, derivative of uv, it is u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. So this is my formula for product rule. So what is my derivative here? D by dx of d by dt of y function is equals to t into d by dt of e power t plus e power t into d by dt of t. So this gives me t into e power t into 1 into 1. So how I will get that? Derivative of e power t is just like what we have earlier studied, derivative of e power x, right? So what is this? If you remember, it is e power x into log of e into derivative of x. Log of e is equals to 1 and derivative of x is equals to 1. In the same way, in this case, e power t into log of t into derivative of log of e into derivative of t. This is 1 and this is 1. So e power t into 1 plus e power t into derivative of t is 1. So what I will get? T into e power t plus e power t, or I can take e power t common and I will write t plus 1. Okay, so this is my value for dy by dt. Now I have to calculate the value of d by dx is a function of y. So in this case, my formula is dy by dt divided by dx by dt. What is my value of dy by dt? It is e power t plus 1 divided by the value of dx by dt. It is 1 by t. Here it is written. Okay. So if I solve it further, I will get t into e power t plus 1. So this is my solution. Clear? Now let's take one more example. So here we have x is equals to 2t plus 3 upon t square minus 1 and y is equals to 3t minus 2 divided by t square minus 1, and we have to find dy by dx. Okay, so first of all, what we will do, we will take x value. X is equals to 2t plus 3 upon t square minus 1. So we will apply quotient rule here, in which if we have to take the derivative of u by v, so in that case we have v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v. Okay, and divided by v square. So this is my quotient rule. So I will apply this here. Dx by dt is equals to t square minus 1 into derivative of 2t plus 3 minus 2t plus 3 into derivative of t square minus 1 divided by t square minus 1 whole square. So if I will solve it, I will get t square minus 1 and derivative of 2t is 2 and 3 it is constant, so it is 0. So minus 2t plus 3 into derivative of t square is 2t and derivative of 1 is 0 divided by t square minus 1 whole square. Okay, So if we solve it further, I will open the brackets now and I will get 2t square minus 2 minus 4t square minus 6t divided by t square minus 1 whole square, or I will get minus 2t square minus 6t minus 2 divided by t square minus 1 whole square. Okay, so this is for x. Now if I'll take y, then value of y is equals to, it is given 3t minus 2 divided by t square minus 1. Again, the quotient rule will be applied. So my value of derivative is t2 minus 1 into derivative of 3 2 minus 2 minus 3 2 minus 2 into derivative of t square minus 1 divided by t square minus 1 whole square, and this is equals to t square minus 1 into derivative of 3t is 3, and derivative of 2 being constant, it is 0, minus 3t minus 2 into 2t divided by t square minus 1 whole square, and this is equals to 3t square minus 3 minus 6t square plus 4t divided by t square minus 1 whole square, and the value I will get is 3 and 6, it is minus 3t square plus 4t and minus 3 divided by t square minus 1 whole square. And if we have to find out the value of dy by dx, what I will do, I will apply the formula dy by dt divided dx by dt. So putting the values, minus 3t square plus 4t minus 3 divided by t square minus 1 whole square, and minus 2t minus 6t minus 2 divided by t square minus 1 whole square, and this will cancel. What I will get, minus 3t square plus 4t minus 3 divided by minus 2, it's t square minus 6t minus 2, or you can take minus sign as common, so it will give me 3t square minus 4t plus 3, and in denominator also it is 2t square plus 6t plus 2. My answer for dy by dx is equals to 3t square minus 4t plus 3 divided by 2t square plus 6t and plus 2. So this is my solution. I hope the concept of parametric equations is clear to you now. Thank you.